again. This is Scott Crane, Superintendent, Grand County School District here in Moab, Utah. In the first section, we discussed my organizational philosophies and my educational philosophies and what we need to do to help kids prepare for the 21st century. Today we're going to focus on applied research that will help us meet those needs of the 21st century. Specifically, we'll talk about the 9 characteristics of effective schools and the professional learning community's wheel of support. So get ready, here we go. Okay, well here we are again. I'm Scott Crane, Superintendent, Grand County School here in Moab, Utah, and we're on the second portion of my PowerPoint explaining the goals and philosophies of the district. And today, last portion, we talked about the needs of the 21st century and what we need to do to prepare students for the 21st century. Today I'm going to delve into that a little bit more with some applied research. Now, applied research is the kind of research where people go out and study what is going on in systems. And so we're going to talk about the 9 characteristics of high-performing schools, which is applied research. Researchers went out to lots of different schools to find out if they were successful, what was making them successful, and this is what they found out. They found out there are 9 characteristics of high-performing schools. The first one is that they have a clear and shared focus. The focus is on achieving a shared vision, and the organizational members understand their role in achieving that vision. Second one was high standards and expectation for all students. Administrators, teachers, and staff believe that all students can learn and be academically successful. And the instructional staff understand that some students will need more time and have significant barriers to overcome to be successful. There's effective school leadership. The instructional leadership is a requisite in the renewal process. We talked a little bit about that in the beginning portion. Effective leaders nurture the instructional program that creates a school culture conducive to learning and professional growth. The fourth is there's a high level of collaboration and communication. Schools are exemplified by a strong culture of collaborative teamwork in which students are involved in cooperative analysis, problem solving, prescription of successful instruction methodology and practice. A lot of times there's a joke about schools that schools are just a parking lot filled with independent contractors. Well, we've got to get over that. We've got to be understanding that we have to collaborate and cooperate with each other to be successful. You have to have curriculum and instruction and assessment are aligned to standards. The Utah core standards have outlined what Utah believes that students should learn, and our curriculum needs to be aligned to those standards so that our students can be successful. And then you have to monitor your students. You have to test them. You have to do formative assessment where you instruct the students and then you test them on what you have instructed them, and you use that not as a grading tool per se, but as a way of understanding where the students are so you can prescribe both remediation and also extend their understanding. Then you have to have focused professional development. This is where you actually work with your teachers and your administrators to learn how to be better teachers, how to meet the other characteristics that make schools successful. Then a supportive learning environment, which is one where the students experience a safe, healthy, civic, and intellectually stimulating learning experience. And you have high levels of family and community involvement. There's a sense that we, meaning parents, family, business, patrons, and educators, have a responsibility to educate our students. It's just not the leaders of the school, it's not the principals, it's not the teachers, it's everyone. It's the custodians, it's the bus drivers, it's the parents, it's the community members volunteering and coming into the schools and helping those students read. And in Moab, we have a wonderful mentor program and a beacon program after school that these things are going on. But the more you can be involved in your school and help individual students meet those successes and meet those issues that they're having, the better success you're going to have in a school. Well, those are the 9 characteristics of effective schools. Now, how do we get to those? The way we get to those is by using what I call the professional learning community's wheel of support. It's just an old wheel that came off a frigate ship, and it's just a visual to show what we need to do. PLCs are in the middle, and then you have the spokes that push in and provide information to the PLC for them to make decisions. So the professional learning communities are made up of professional learning communities, data-driven decision-making, parent involvement, response to intervention, total instructional alignment, and sheltered instructional observation protocol. Professional learning communities is just a group of educators committed to working collaboratively in an ongoing process of collective inquiry and action research in order to achieve better results academically for the students they serve. Dr. DeFore created this system. It's not anything new. He just codified what we were doing. And in a PLC, it's characterized by a shared mission, collective inquiry, collaborative teams, action orientation experimentation, continuous improvements, and results orientation. It simply answers 4 questions. What is it we expect students to learn? How will we know when they've learned it? How will we respond when they don't learn? And how will we respond when they already know it? And finally, it's results orientation. If you can't get good results out of any process, there's no use to do it. So as you experiment, as you collaborate, as you work with students, if you're not getting the results, then this is a method that you can go back and find those results. Let's talk about the spokes that lead into the professional learning communities. They can't work unless they have data, and that is data-driven decision-making. It's a process of analyzing student assessment data to formulate relevant instructional interventions to improve student learning. The choices they, administrators and teachers, make should be guided by empirical evidence rather than emotional, personal bias, or political motivation. What we're saying here is that when we make decisions, we need to make them by data, by assessment, by research, and not just, I feel that it's a good thing to do. I used to use the example that I was a history teacher and I love the Revolutionary War. So if I was teaching American history, I might spend 3 months on the Revolutionary War because I liked it. That's not what we're talking about. When we talk about data-driven decision-making, what does research say you need to teach about the Revolutionary War for students to be successful in life? Response to intervention is a multi-tiered approach to providing systematic and data-based instruction, services, and interventions. RTI is used for identifying and resolving student academic, socio-emotional, and behavioral difficulties. Parent involvement. We've talked about the importance of parent involvement. The more we can have parents involved with the education of their students, with supporting what we're doing in school, the more success we will have. Total instructional alignment is aligning the curriculum. It's ensuring that what we teach, how we teach, and what we assess are consistent. It's both vertical and horizontal, and it needs to be consistent. Sheltered instructional observation protocol is a framework for well-prepared and well-delivered lesson designs for all students in any subject area. The SIOP framework, or lesson design, provides critical instruction features that allow instructors to respond appropriately to the unique academic and language development needs of all students. All educational aspects have languages. Math is a language. Language arts is a language. Science is a language. And the more we can help those students understand the language of the academic process they're working on, the more successful they will be. Now we'll talk about these next time, which are my heartfelt beliefs. So have a great day. It's probably around Thanksgiving time. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving.